Hi, this is Danny. Welcome to this week's video. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about basic standing alignment. There's a concept from Aston patterning called base of support. And if you get your body well aligned, then you'll find there'll be support for all of your body structures, which means you have better posture and less tension. It's got to be a good thing. So let's just stand here together now. So find a nice, comfortable stance. I'm just going to take a short journey through your body to find what is the most optimal alignment that's available for you right now. First off, just close your eyes. Let your arms rest by your sides. If you need to hold on to something with eyes closed, that's fine, a chair or the wall. But let's take a few breaths now just to sense your alignment. Get more of a felt sense of your posture, of any tension that may be present. So start at your feet and your ankles. Bring your awareness there. And then move up your calf muscles, or work up to the knees. Awareness is just that. You're purely noticing. Not trying to change anything at the moment. Not having any opinion about how good or bad your knees are, or your posture. Just pure awareness. Noticing. Come up to your thighs, your hip joints, your pelvis. And as you go through these body parts, you might notice your knees are locked. You might notice your pelvic muscles are squeezed. Your tummy's pulled in. Just notice. Start with noticing. Check on your spine. Feel your spine. Your abdomen, front of your body, your ribs, your shoulder blades and your upper back. Your pectoral muscles, front of your shoulders, chest bone. Let your awareness just for a few seconds land on these areas. To sense them, to feel them. Check in with your upper arms, elbows, the forearms, right down to your wrists and hands. And how about your neck and your head? You're gathering information about your alignment and areas of tension, scanning your body, little self-X-ray. Okay, open your eyes for a moment. So there have been over the years certain ideals that various movement teachers have put out there, various disciplines, from martial arts to yoga to Pilates to dance, etc., gymnastics, that the body should be a certain way when we're standing. Well, to be natural, to move naturally, there is no ideal way. There's particularly no way you should hold yourself. To have your feet straight, or have your pelvis tucked, or your chin in, or your shoulder blades back. There's no need for those. They're actually detrimental to good posture, because you can't maintain holding. It just creates tension. So let's just take a quick journey through your body to find what's the most optimal alignment, particularly from the concepts of Aston patterning, which is a system of movement and massage and ergonomics, which is about as natural as you can get. So notice the weight through your feet, and you might need to close your eyes at times. But is your weight on your heels, or your forefeet, or the insides, or the outsides, or your left more than your right? If you're sinking into wet sand right now, where is your weight most based? It's often on the heels. So you might find your heels are sinking. And this is not optimal for your body. So just soften the front of your ankles, relax your lower shins, and just feel your whole body come forward slightly to include your forefeet in your support. Very subtle change. So your actually a little bit leaning forwards rather than back or even upright. You're just perhaps a degree or two forwards. Keep that weight nicely spread. Just feel that. Come up to your knees. And we don't want the knees locked. Careful of your knees being hyperextended with the knees tense. We don't want them too bent. Just find a nice, easy, buoyant, straightish knee. Again, this is optimal. And it might mean a slight adjustment. But this is a tension-free. This is trying to become most natural. Hip joints. They're around here somewhere, back a few inches. Ideally, where your upper body is resting on your hip joints. They're a good base of support. You've got your hip joints, your thigh bones, and your pelvis is resting on your hip joints. That's ideal. If you're back on your heels, or you're a bit tucked under and your upper body is back, if we trace a line up through your hips, there's nothing below you here, and your hips are in front of your upper body, in front of your pelvis. So mooch about a bit, find where you feel, and you may have to be a little forwards to play with that, and you can use a mirror to help or someone by you to coach you, that your pelvis is more on your hips as opposed to being back. From here, notice your pelvis now. Pubic bone, pelvic bone, sit bones, back of your pelvis, sacrum. What can happen with posture and disciplines, or just naturally, is that the pelvis tucks under, which then drops the chest, which then juts the head out. So a tucked under pelvis is actually not very natural. If anything, a neutral pelvis is slightly up. Some people talk about a J shape with the spine, which is a very nice image, that your tail is a little up, just floating up. Done the overball. One of the overball videos was pushing into the ball or into the back of the hands to lift that. You can review that video. I'll put a link beneath this one. So let your pelvis be relaxed. There's no squeezing of muscles. There's no suck and tuck going on. It's an easy pelvis. So weights no more on your forefeet, easy knees, hips, pelvis. Focus on your spine now. We're not looking to be extended, all the way extended, and we're not looking to be flexed. There are natural curves in your spine. Curved in a bit at the neck, curved out a bit at the thoracic spine through here, curved in a bit at the lower back, curves out again at the sacrum. Look to find those natural curves. So if your back is flat, just see if you can soften that in a bit. If you tend to be a bit rounded at your shoulders and your upper back is pushing outwards, just move about a bit and just see if you can have a little bit more of that forwards nature to align that more. And now let's come to shoulders. We don't want them pinned back. Tension. We don't want them collapsed. A bit too relaxed. There's a neutral, easy point for your shoulders. And you can play with that. You can go forwards and you can go back. And find what feels about your middle. And if you've been quite forwards, your middle might just be just back slightly. And if you've been quite far back and you're getting tension in your shoulder blades, and your heads end up putting forwards, then you might just ease slightly to help release your neck. Okay, arms nicely lengthened. So watch out for elbows being bent, or your hands being tense, or your fingers being tense. Just long, relaxed, easy arms. Okay, neck and head, ideally now have good support from everything beneath. You shouldn't need to do too much. This is really the concept of base of support from Aston patterning, is that each of your body segments, your shin is on your foot, your thigh is on your shin, tibia and fibia meeting, your pelvis is resting on your hips, your spine is nicely resting on your pelvis, and then your ribs and shoulders are resting nicely on your spine. Head and neck are just on top of everything. So let's recap that as you stand, your weight might have been on your heels, pelvis may have been tucked, Chest a bit dropped, shoulders forward, head might have been out, or shoulders were back. But you're finding that whole foot base, even slightly forwards. Judith Aston jokes that if we were meant to have our weight on the heels, we'd have a hind foot, an after foot, with 5 toes and a foot coming out the back, and that would make sense that we're on the heels. We haven't got a hind foot, we've got a forefoot. Let's use it. So when you're standing, optimal alignment is a couple of degrees forwards. 2 or 3 degrees forwards. This lets your tail be up slightly. This brings natural, gentle tone to your abdomen and back. When we're here, this spills out, this gets soft, and you've got more compression on your discs and on your joints. When you're a little forward, you're more ready, you're more toned. Knees, again, not locked. If you've relocked them, just soften them. Hips, easy, pelvic muscles relaxed, tail, just the essence that that's slightly up, not tucked. Shoulders neutral, spine lengthened, and your head just finds this nice place on top of everything else. And this is not static. Neutral is a place to move from. It's the beginning. So you can play from here. You can weight shift, like we do during some of our blog videos on strength and restorative exercise and lunges. Have a little play, weight shift, turn, take a couple of steps. When you find your best neutral, it's not something to hold, it's something to relax into. And it can move, you can tuck, you can extend, you can play. Okay, great. So there's a non-exercise video, an awareness video. Body awareness is a key part of the Restore Your Body program. How you use your body in daily life. So how you stand, take that to walking, take that to exercise. Easy knees, find that support from your hips. Relax pelvis, tail up, easy shoulders, nice natural spine curves. Relaxed arms, head rests on top. Pretty soon I'll do a more specific blog about neck movement to release neck tension using the oval or the little mini orange balls, and that will follow on nicely from this series. If I did that first and your alignment's not good, then in your neck's out forwards, working on the neck's not going to help. Let's get your alignment good first, and then we'll work on the neck real soon. Thanks very much for watching. Practice this one maybe a few minutes each day. Check in with your alignment. Share this video with friends if you've enjoyed it, please. That'd be much appreciated. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.